Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Finally, spring's here, isn't it? It's, we've had a really sort of ordinary, sort of wet, cold spring, but it's an absolute beautiful day here today, so that's all good. What did we have run through the week? Lady Canford went okay, very green this horse, but I still thought she went okay. Might even back her up on Monday. The more racing I get into her, the better, and she's in fantastic condition. But she's just very, very green, young horse. She's only had a couple of starts now for a couple of placings, so plenty of improvement with her. So she's certainly horse to follow, I think. Just saw a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel there for Prince Ziggy. He's had a little injury, Ziggy, after we went to the Hamilton Cup, and we had to freshen him right up. We brought him back to the mile and ran him in the Donald Cup on Sunday, and just got back and worked home beautifully. So he'll probably go to the Traralgon Cup in 2 weeks' time, which he won last year. Probably put Callow back on him and give him a good kick out of the gates and put him into the race. And I think you're probably not far off seeing the old Prince Ziggy back to his old form. Okay, runners, this week I'm probably only going to go to Geelong on Monday. I think it's probably the only. I don't think we're going to have anything over the weekend, and probably just go to Geelong on Monday. So at Geelong on Monday, Big Diamond Luke, he'll step out first up over 1400. I was going to trial him at Colac over 1200, and they only had one other horse in the trial, so that was going to be a waste of time. So he's a natural sort of get back and get home horse. So I just might take him to Geelong on Monday and use it as a solid trial. I wanted to sort of run him first up over a mile, but the cards just haven't fallen there for trial. So he's in really good condition. I think my fitness is pretty good with him. So we might just take him to the races rather than trialling him. So he'll probably get back and run home. And big strong boy, I think he's going really well this time. He's sort of a lot of his little traits he was doing last time, he's improved on. So that's all pretty good. Grandma Gale, now she'll probably be in the same race. I've been looking for a 1400 metre race for her, and just a couple of starts she's just been over racing and that sort of stuff. So, and her last start, I thought the ride was a little bit probably below average. So she's pretty good. So probably both Diamond Luke and Grandma Gale will go around in the 1400 metre race there. What else have we got? We got might run a little maiden called Haley's Diva. She's a nice little New Zealand bred filly, and she's trialled up a couple of times. The trials were okay, but I need to get her to the races, so she's highly likely to run there as well in a nice, probably an 11 or 1200 metre maiden. Thinking of backing up Lady Canford. I'll see how she's in the morning. I'll do a little bit of work with her, but she's just a really green sort of filly, and I just want to try and get her to the races and do a fair bit of racing with her. Every time she goes to the races, she improves. So a nice little 1300 metre race at Geelong. We sort of jump, settle, and then sort of come to the middle of the track and let down. So she probably will go to Geelong on Monday as well.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's horse is a horse called Diamond Luke. He won really well last prep. He sort of was around the mark in a few races, but he sort of seemed to be his common downfall was that he'd get too far back in his races and he'd just give himself too much work to do. So this time in, he looks really well for a horse that's was sort of spelled over the middle of the winter. He's come back in really good condition, seems really on track for his first up run at Geelong on Monday. Probably the common thing that the riders have come back this time in just seems to be how much sort of more switched on he is, and that little bit more speed he seems to have shown this time in, which is certainly not going to hurt him. He's a bit of a big sort of dopey sort of horse last time, but I think the more racing he does, the better he'll get and the more experience he'll get, and look forward to taking him to the races on Monday.
Hey guys, I just thought I'd give you guys another update about how I'm going. I've done another 7 trials in the last few weeks, and I thought they all trialled up pretty well. Most of them have been either barrier experiences or first trials, people coming back into work. I thought they all were pretty well behaved and went around the trials really well. I'm still waiting to hear about the apprenticeship, so hopefully by mid-December they're going to have a short list out of the people who have applied. But yes, hopefully that I can start race riding next year. I thought I'd give you guys an update to make sure you guys know I'm still here and I'm still working away. So hopefully you guys are staying safe and enjoying this warmer weather. So I'll see you guys in the next one.
That's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. What's happening this week? South Australia's back in lockdown. That's sort of a bit of a hassle. I've got a couple of horses that are probably just below Melbourne grade, and I tend to this time of year shoot them over the border and give them a crack over there. So that's a little bit of a drama. But anyway, what it is what it is. A couple of young horses that had their first trial at Colac on Wednesday. They'll probably trial again this Wednesday at Geelong, and then they'll go to the races. A couple of nice little more than ready filly we bought last year, and a little brazen bow filly that we leased. So a couple of nice fillies there to certainly keep an eye on. Mr. Mo Feed, he trialled up okay. He's a bit of a fatty boombar, that horse, so he needs to have another couple of trials and lose a bit of weight. But I thought those horses up there trialled pretty good. A little bit quiet on the racetrack for us. Probably Monday Geelong will be fairly busy, so a couple of nice horses resuming there, which is good. One little thing we're probably going to look at doing here, previously I've swum my horses in the dam here, which has sort of worked really well, but I want to upgrade that system a little bit. So I've got a guy coming in on the weekend, and we're going to measure up at putting in a proper swimming pool here at the farm for the horses. So it's a bit of an investment, but I think it's probably going to be a worthwhile one, especially this time of year. There's a few horses here I wouldn't mind swimming a little bit more regularly. So that's something to sort of keep an eye on the next couple of weeks. Until next week, see you later. What else were we going to say? That'll do. I'll do that. Right. Yep. Keep going. I think you've stopped it, haven't you? Job. I think we're going to have a little segment. Actually, I won't say that. That's buggered that up, hasn't it?